Hello everybody, this is Urban Cascade for Let's Play Pokemon Yellow. We are here today in Celadon City. Why are we in Celadon City, Sparks, do you know? And as always, you say nothing. Okay, well, the reason why we are here in Celadon City, I can't even get a sentence out before I start getting tongue-tied and tongue-twisted and all that tongue jazz. Tongue jazz. Ugh. Anyway, the reason why we are here is to show you guys something interesting that you can do here before we go up against the Elite Four, because we are at endgame. We're about ready to go into the Elite Four, but first I wanted to come up here and talk to this guy, because he has something interesting to tell you. My sister's a trainer, believe it or not, but she's so immature, she drives me nuts. Isn't that interesting? Actually, the reason why I want to do that was because if you come over here and talk to his sister, she'll say, "I'm thirsty, I want something to drink." Yee. Well, come over here to the vending machines where we got the lemonade for Officer Jenny. I think it was lemonade that we got. And buy a fresh water. The least expensive thing on that list. And then come back to the girl and come back to the girl and talk to her. You will get an option to give her something to drink. Choose fresh water. Yay! Fresh water! Thank you. You can have this from me. I got TM13! Ooh! TM13 contains Ice Beam. It can freeze the target sometimes. Ice Beam is one of the strongest ice type attacks in the game, and I just got it for 200 Poké-Dollars. Yeah. Pretty nuts, isn't it? That being said, yes, today we are in game. We're about ready to go up against the Elite Four. We're about ready to go up against the first two of the Elite Four, because I've decided to take on 2 members of the Elite Four per episode. Per episode. That means this is a 2-parter, more or less. More or less. More or less my butt. We have 4 members of the Elite Four. 2 per episode. That's 2 episodes, right? I'm not quite sure. I'm kind of tired right now, so my math isn't really it's not really accurate, I don't think. That and my brain's kind of jelly because of chemistry. College is crazy. Anyway, I forgot to mention, I leveled up all my Pokemon. This is my group that I'm taking to the end of the game, including a couple of old faces. Ragnarok, Saria, Kumatora, and Sparks, as well as a couple of new faces. We have Juggernaut, who, yes, is a Rhydon who knows Surf. No, I did not use any cheats. Rhydon can learn Surf. But it's a rock type. But it's a rock ground type. I know. Trust me, I know. It's weird. But it's true. And I don't understand why. And then there's Dragoon, who is a Dragonair, which is a really pretty Pokemon right there. So, that being said, we have the party that we're taking to the end of the game, the party that we're going to go up against the Elite Four with, so let's head over to the Indigo Plateau. Without any further ado, let's do this. Without any further ado, let's do this. That made sense. Well, before we go in there, I do have to get some items. I told you guys I was going to do it on screen this time, so I'm going to get some max potions. Hopefully I don't need them. Some full heals. I'm pretty sure I will need them, but hopefully I don't. I don't want any full restores, they cost too much. And some revives. I know I'm going to need at least 1 or 2 of these. Trust me. Any of you who have played this game know what's coming up. That being said, this is the end of the game, so you guys know what's coming up. The hardest trainers in the game. Once you step into this passage right here, There's no going back. You cannot turn around, you cannot pass go, you cannot collect $200, you cannot do anything. Once you go in here, you're stuck in here until you win or you lose. That being said, I'm going to make sure that I'm ready. I'm going to come down here to the bottom of my screen and use TM13 on... You guys following me with us? You guys following me with us? Juggernaut. Yes, I'm giving it to Juggernaut. In replace for Horn Attack, I guess. I think. I may as well. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another video. This is like the third outtake simply because I'm trying to do this perfectly. And I apologize that I haven't been posting. School's been hectic. This is actually the first day in a while that I've been free from my studies. I've got chemistry and biology at the same time. Back to back. And I got labs like crazy. Holy crap, Batman. And this is just the first semester of this year. It's just gonna keep getting harder. But I will keep I will keep updating. I will keep on posting videos. I will do my best to keep on schedule. That being said, let's do this. Here we are, everybody. This is the first of the Elite Four areas. As you can see, there's water around here, which, if I'm not mistaken, you cannot surf on. I don't think that you can surf on it. You can surf on it. I did not know this. I did not remember this, at least. That's kind of cool. Well, fun fact for you guys, you can surf on this water. I thought that you couldn't, but I guess I'm wrong. Ain't that a shocker? Anyway, another fun fact for you guys is if you come down here to this point in the area, you're perfectly fine, nothing's gonna happen. I told you guys that you couldn't leave. Well, it's true. If you try to come down here, someone's voice says, "Don't run away," and you have to turn around. No matter how many times you try, it'll just keep telling you that, so you had to come up here and fight this person. Now, if you come up to these doors and click on them, nothing happens, so there's really no reason for me to point it out. But yeah, really, all you can do is challenge this person, so let's do it! Welcome to the Pokemon League. I'm Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Are you ready? Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lorelei, the first of the Elite Four. Her specialty, as you could probably tell by that little monologue, is ice Pokemon. Her first Pokemon is Dewgong, an ice-water type, or water-ice type. I don't really know a difference between the two. And a really powerful one at that. And... oh, come on! I did it again? I did it again? On an outtake, I forgot to trade Juggernaut out with Saria. And on this take, I did it again. I'm sorry! I forget stuff like that. That's why you guys like watching me, I think. Anyway, Dewgong has Bubble Beam and an ice type attack called Aurora Beam, which really hurts. And Dewgong has an ability called Surf. Now you might be wondering, what does Surf do? Well, whether or not you're wondering it, I'm going to tell you. Surf... well, not Surf. What the hell am I thinking? Rest. Wow, I definitely am tired. What does surf do, everybody? I wonder. Rest. Rest allows for your Pokemon to fall asleep, and you're probably wondering, why the hell would you want to do that? Well, rest recovers all of the HP for your Pokemon, recovers any status elements, and turns it to sleep, which means if she used rest, she'd be asleep. I won't be able to paralyze her, I won't be able to poison her or anything, and in a couple turns, she will lose the sleep status ailment. She'll be back to normal, and she'll have full health right after she uses rest. You'll be able to kick her butt right at that point for the next couple of turns, because she will be asleep, but aside from that, she regains all of her HP, so come on, it's crazy. That being said, speaking of crazy, Cloyster is her next Pokemon. Cloyster is the evolved form of Shellder. Cloyster is a water ice type who likes nice walks on the beach. That being said, Cloyster has pretty high defense, and if I'm not mistaken, Cloyster has Aurora Beam as well. I might be wrong, I might be wrong. Either it has Ice Beam, I don't remember. But, really, as long as you've got Saria out, as long as you've got your Venusaur out, and you have Razor Leaf, you can make short work of Cloyster. That is what I recommend to do for this battle. If you do not have a good electric type, at least make sure you have a strong Venusaur. That being said, her next Pokemon is Slowbro. Slowbro is the evolved form of Slowpoke. It is a psychic water type, and a very powerful one at that. It has extremely high defense, extremely high special, which means that this Razor Leaf probably won't do much to it. Or it'll one-hit it. How am I supposed to foresee this stuff? I mean, come on. Yeah. For those of you wondering, no, I'm not overpowered. This is actually... my level is kind of underpowered for me at this point in the game. Trust me, you'll see. This is just the first of the 4. Yeah, and they get harder. They get higher in levels. Much higher in levels. That being said, Lorelai's about ready to bring out her strongest Pokemon, or at least, in my opinion, her strongest Pokemon, Jynx. Now, look at Jynx for a moment. One thing that bugs me about Jynx in the newer versions, compared to the older versions, is she had black skin in the older versions, she has purple skin in the newer versions. Now, I normally would not mention this kind of stuff. I wouldn't really care about it if I didn't know the reason why. A lot of people were pissed off about the fact that Jynx was a black chick with long flowing hair and huge lips. Really? People thinking that it's racist? Come on. It's a Pokemon. Look at Ludicolo, for goodness sakes. That being said, Jynx is an ice psychic type, if I'm not mistaken. Which means that Saria is probably not the best choice for this fight. Okay? Saria is definitely not the best choice for this fight. Ooh, that was nasty. I need to change out my Pokemon. I'm gonna bring out Ragnarok. Jynx is weak against, if I'm not mistaken, Ghost and Fire type. However, Ragnarok, who is strong against Jynx, is weak against Ice type because it's a flying type. Which sucks. But hopefully Flamethrower will do it. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, thank God. Scare the crap out of me, why don't you? Lorelai's final Pokemon is Lapras. And Lapras, in my opinion, isn't her strongest. I know that she's got like set levels and set stats for all of her Pokemon, and Lapras, if I'm not mistaken, is the highest in the stats. That and Lapras has Blizzard, which is a powerhouse attack. But I always have more trouble with Jinx than I do with Lapras. I don't know why, it's that way for me. Anyway, Lapras is a water ice type, and a pretty strong one at that. If you remember correctly, if you remember correctly, if we remember correctly, I obtained a Lapras back in Saffron City. Well, if you level up that Lapras and do it correctly, know what you're doing, Lapras can be one powerhouse of a Pokemon. As you can see, as Lapras takes down Sparks. Yeah. I was kind of in the heat of the moment, if you would, and I couldn't really think to trade out my Pokemon. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sparks. That's my bad. That's my bad. I'm going to revive some of my Pokemon anyway, so it doesn't matter. But after Lorelei, I rarely ever have that much trouble with the rest of them. Anyway, as long as you've got an electric type or a grass type, you can make short work of Lapras. Just remember to have a Razor Leaf or Thunderbolt, and Lorelei, she's a piece of cake. How dare you? And I got money! You're better than I thought. Go on ahead. You only got a taste of Pokemon League power. Oh yeah. I'll taste that power. No! Let's go! Here we are, everybody. This is the second of the Elite Four. This is Bruno's area. Bruno? Bruno? Who the crap is Bruno? Well, it's this guy right here. Now, if you come down here, try to leave. This voice will tell you, don't run away. Which means you can't leave. Great. That means we can't even go back to see Lorelei, and I kind of spoiled Bruno's name, so I'm going to keep saying it. Bruno, 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 Bruno. It doesn't matter. We're going to hear it in a moment, so oh well. I'm Bruno of the Elite Four. Told you. Through rigorous training, people and Pokemon can become stronger. I've weight trained with my Pokemon. Steven. We will grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ha! Oh yeah. Macho, macho man. I wanna be a macho man. Anyway, Bruno is the second member of the Elite Four. And he is pretty strong. No pun intended. I know that he uses fighting type Pokemon. Bruno, as I said, uses fighting type Pokemon. Right over my head. Bruno is a fighting rock type trainer, which means that it's kind of obvious that he's going to have a Pokemon that knows Dig. As long as you waste your Razor Leaf when he's digging under the ground, you're perfectly fine. You're going to run out of PP, nothing's going to happen, Onix is going to wipe you out. However, if you do attack it, you will kill it, but who wants that? Onix is a rock ground type, so it is weak against Razor Leaf, it is weak against grass type attacks, but why would you want to attack it with a grass type attack? Just let your Venusaur die! For goodness sakes! Let her just rest, gosh! Anyway, there goes Onix. Dragoon gets some experience, Saria gets some experience, and Bruno's about ready to bring out Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan is a fighting type, if you remember correctly. If I remember correctly. If we remember correctly. I'm not going to go back into that. Hitmonchan has multiple types of attacks, though, if I'm not mistaken. including Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, and... No, I might be thinking of something else. I might be thinking of the Hard Golden... No, Fire Red and Leaf Green versions. My brain hurts. Bring out your Psychic type, use Psychic, and blow away Hitmonchan. Oh, my head. My room is really cold. And my head's not really working right now, so, yeah. If you have a flying type, that works too. I actually recommend having a Psychic type, though, for a certain reason later on. But yeah, Hitmonchan goes down, Kumatora gets some experience, and we're going to go and bring out Ragnarok for this next fight against Hitmonlee, named after Bruce Lee. Hitmonlee is a hard-kicking Pokemon who has an attack called, if I'm not mistaken, some high jump kick. If I'm not mistaken, high jump kick, if it fails, it can fail. And if it does fail, it's catastrophic. It's catastrophic. Catastrophic. Dr. Wowie. It will do a buttload of damage to Hitmonlee. Yes, I'm being serious. It'll do damage to the Pokemon that uses it. It's like he's confused. But that rarely ever happens for me, so I'm not really worried about it. I don't know if it happens with this Hitmonlee or if it's the other one. Chuck's Hitmonlee. I don't remember. I don't remember whose it was. But I just know that it happened. It may have just been one of my friends' Hitmonlees. I don't remember. It's been years since I played this. But oh well. Since Ragnarok went down, I just brought back out Kumatora to face off against Hitmonlee, finish off Hitmonlee, and get some experience. Bruno's next Pokemon is Onix. If you remember, we just ended up fighting an Onix a couple of minutes ago. This one's stronger though, so maybe he'll have a chance. Maybe he will have a chance. I'm going to bring out Dragoon for this fight, simply because Dragoon hasn't had any action. And I'm going to use Dragon Rage. Dragon Rage always does a specific amount of damage. If I'm not mistaken, it is 45 damage. If I'm right, that means every time that I use Dragon Rage, it will only do that amount of damage. I know that it only does a set amount, but I'm not quite sure what that set amount is. But then again, I'm digressing too much. Anyway, that kind of scared the crap out of me when Earthquake actually hit me. Earthquake is, if I'm not mistaken, the strongest ground-type attack in the game. It does a lot of damage. I was actually going to show it to you guys in this fight if I remembered to heal Juggernaut, but I didn't. Anyway, use Dragon Rage a couple times. Onix goes down, and Bruno's about ready to bring out Machamp. Machamp is, without a doubt, one of the strongest fighting types in the game. And that is definitely, without a doubt, if Machamp gets a direct hit on you, if Machamp gets off a hit, chances are you're not going to survive it. Unless you have a Kadabra, in which case, you're going to make short work of Machamp. Machamp is weak against Flying type and Psychic type, but as long as you have a Kadabra, that's all you need. And I've defeated Bruno! Why? How could I lose? I'm not quite sure if that's the right voice. I'll go with it. My job is done. Go, face your next opponent. Or challenge. Or something of that nature. And he turns around. Trying to look epic. I cannot face you anymore. Actually, I think that even says that if you talk to him. No, he just says that. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's in the Fire Red and Leaf Green ones where he says, I cannot face you anymore, or something like that. But anyway, we have just defeated the second of the Elite Four, which means there's 2 more remaining. Next episode is going to be the final episode of the game, everybody. then all we got is a bunch of bonus episodes, just like Mega Man Battle Network. Wow, we're almost there, everyone. Almost to the end. And I know that this one's kind of cruddily done, but I wanted to get a video out as fast as possible, and it's been a couple of weeks, so I kind of need to get one out anyway. I'm sorry. Again, school's just been piling onto me, so I apologize over and over and over again. I hope that you guys like this. And next time, did he just like spin around? I'm digressing. Next time we'll go up against the next member of the Elite Four, and hopefully we finish the game in the next episode. That being said, this has been Irvin Cascade for Let's Play Pokemon Yellow. Take care, have a good night, and I hope to see you all again.